Okay, so this is our media sports page, and then my name is Courage. Over the weekend, matches were played in the EPL where Liverpool emerged winners over Arsenal in match day 3 at Anfield. Szoboszlai solo or brilliant strike got Liverpool all the maximum 3 points. And then also earlier on, Brighton also took on Manchester City. Guess what? James Milner, a legend of the EPL, also scored to power Manchester City's defeat. So Manchester City fell short of Brighton. Yeah, so Brighton emerged victors against Manchester City. And then guess what? Manchester City has lost 2 consecutive matches in the EPL out of 3 matches. So 2 matches, just 1 win, and then 2 losses. On the other side, Brighton also earned their first 3 points in the league as well. They also lost 2 matches and then also won 1. So I have here with me Force Atiga to help me with the discussions. And then Force, let's go to the American Express Stadium where Leicester City, Brighton and Hove Albion took on Manchester City in an early kickoff in the EPL match over the weekend.
Well, it was a match where everybody thought that it was going to be a difficult match for either side. You understand? I mean, because Man City coming off a defeat to Tottenham, and then Brighton also coming off a defeat to Everton. So, and if you look at if you look at the data and the statistics, it clearly shows that it was going to be a difficult match for both sides. But I never really expected that when the match began and Man City went ahead, scoring a goal through Haaland, Brighton was going to come into the game and then take all the 3 points. But tactically, I think that we now are questioning the ingenuity of Pep Guardiola, because I mean last season was shambolic. Last season was very poor for him, and for him to have started this season brightly, beating Wolves 4-0, and then going on stuck against Tottenham. Everybody thought that against Brighton he would have gotten all the 3 points, to just stop the mess that is happening. But against Brighton, one thing that was very clear.
Not to cut it short though, but I don't know how you people measure Pep Guardiola's performance, or how you people talk about him. It looks more like people have been searching for a very small space to talk ill about him all the time, because I don't see how you say Manchester City performed very, very bad last season, and then also this season when the season is very, very young, just 3 games into the season, and then also last season where he finished up even with a place in the Champions League. When Manchester City fall short, they are even guaranteed a top position where they are able to play the Champions League. But then where teams like Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, and then Manchester United, when they fall short, they are nowhere to be found among the top 4. So I don't know on what basis are you concluding that Manchester City have been that poor, especially Pep Guardiola? Why do you feel Pep Guardiola has lost ideas, and then why the backlash?
Apart from last season, who have been the champions of England for the past 4 seasons?
So that tells you how superior or how dominant he's been. So out of 6 seasons,
apart from last
season, the Premiership for 4 consecutive years.
Apart from last season, who were the champions of England for the past 4 seasons?
Manchester City. Obviously.
Thank you. So it tells you the standard, it tells you the echelon, it tells you the pedestal upon which Man City had been built. You understand? So if you drop from that pedestal, if you don't from that echelon to the state where you find yourself in currently, where you are not even qualifying to the Champions League, easily, you're finding it difficult.
Qualifications are qualifications. No,
you see, they qualify when you are doing an analysis.
What was their position last season?
When you are doing an analysis,
you just wait. Let's be factual.
I am saying, no. What I am saying, not factual.
It's not entirely factual.
No, if you say it's not,
because they didn't suffer.
What is the lie? What is the lie here?
They didn't suffer for a place.
No, what is the lie here?
They didn't suffer in getting a place.
It was a contention between Chelsea, Newcastle United, and Man City.
It took Chelsea.
I am saying that. The factuality of the statement I have made is the fact that apart from last season, the last 4 seasons have been dominated. Man City has annihilated every single competition.
So is Pep Guardiola a victim of his own success?
Please. On what basis do you want us to judge Pep Guardiola?
Is it so? No, this means
I am saying that. On what basis do you expect us to judge Pep Guardiola?
See, you cannot.
If you write an exam, please listen to the statements I'm making carefully.
I'm listening.
If you write an exam and you get 100%, 4 years in a row, and then the 5th year you get a 30%. Do you want us to be happy for you? There's a drop-off in performance, and that drop-off in performance must be critiqued. That drop-off in performance must be criticized.
Before
that
Pep Guardiola, let us put this on record. Before Pep Guardiola, no coach in the history, or I don't remember though, no or maybe it might be one of the 90s or in the 80s or 70s. When else did you remember that a coach came to the English Premier League and then won the league for 4 consecutive times?
Liverpool had won the English in the 80s 4 consecutive.
Not the English Premier League.
So see,
not the
that
English
is why
Premier
we
League.
are saying that. That is why we are saying that. Based on the performances of Man City over the past 4 or 5 seasons, juxtaposing that to what we saw last season, juxtaposing that to what we have seen or what we see.
Are the other teams not being competitive enough?
Please. Were the other teams not competitive in those 4 seasons where Manchester City dominated?
So probably they've also upped their game.
So have Man City not upped their game?
Maybe the consistency cannot be that much.
You're not being fair. You're not answering the questions. you are saying that we don't have to critique Man City or we don't have to critique Pep Guardiola for his woeful performance last season and the way he has started the season currently. And I'm asking you, and you're saying that it is perhaps because the other teams have upped their game. Fine. Pep Guardiola has spent close to 200 million beefing up his squad. Are you telling me that they haven't upped their game? That's the question I'm posing.
They've upped their game.
So on what basis then do you say that Pep Guardiola is above reproach? On what basis do you say that?
I'm not saying that.
No, that is what you just intimated. No, that is what you just intimated.
No. See. So are you trying? Okay, so let's base this argument on this particular match. So are you discrediting Fabio and then Fabian and then his boys, the Brighton and Hove Albion?
On a normal basis. On a normal basis.
There's nothing like normal basis football.
Please. On a normal basis. When you look at the data, the statistics, between Brighton and Man City, whom would you have expected to win?
Brighton, for me, Brighton.
Let's move on to something else.
Okay, so in a game where we saw James Milner strike, and then James Milner is one of the players who played for Manchester City and then also Brighton. So what do you make about
James Milner? James Milner is a 40-year-old something.
Yeah, so his longevity. Yeah.
No, we have to give him kudos for his longevity, because for him to have been in the game for 24 years is quite awesome. But I am saying that Man City was poor. End of discussion.
Okay, so from Manchester City and then Brighton and Hove Albion, let's cross borders to Liverpool, and then you never walk alone. Yes, these guys have done amazingly good, and then they've done a soft work on Arsenal, because then their last 4 meetings ended in a draw, and then guess what? Liverpool's Dominik Szoboszlai, yes, he struck in the 82nd minute, yes, to power the Liverpool team to a very big victory. So first, we witnessed a game where both teams were at par, but then an individual brilliance settled the score. So, first off, how do you describe the Szoboszlai goal?
Well, it is not extraordinary, because we have seen goals like that, but to have come from Szoboszlai, whom we do not know have that certain level of technique, whom we haven't expected to hit or strike the ball in such a tactically pleasing manner, then it becomes an extraordinary goal, which can contend for the goal of the season because of the distance and the level of technique used. You understand? So yes, I can say that if that goal had come from any of the attacking players, it would have been a normal strike. But for it to have come from Szoboszlai, then it becomes extraordinary because of who is striking the ball. So yes, the two teams were apart, with Arsenal having a bit of an upper hand. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is to get goals. No matter how dominant you have been as a team, if you are not able to put the ball at the back of the net, then I think that your dominance is useless. And the most important thing in the football match is to be effective, is to be there at the end of the day, and the results is what matters the most.
To talk of being effective, I think we witnessed a game where not too much was done by both team attackers. We see, and we know for sure Liverpool had Salah in the midst, and then also Hugo Ekitike with Florian Reis playing behind them, and then also Cody Gakpo, who has been firing so far this season. But then on the other hand, we saw an Arsenal team with the exception of their star boy Bukayo Saka, who was missing in action, and then his place was being filled by Madueke, another English international. So and then also we saw Eberechi Eze come on for a cameo. So how like going forward, without Bukayo Saka, how do you think Arsenal can be able to cope and then live up with the consistency or the power they need behind their team to chase the title?
I don't really think Arsenal did miss Saka today. You understand? Because what's the name? Madueke was effective. He was good. You know, the problem was the end product. And like I rightly indicated, the end product is the most important thing when it comes to football. You know, so he would just have to improve his end product. Because when you look at a winger who is direct, a winger who has the skill set, the tools, you know, to take on any defender that he comes against, it means that he's got what it takes to lead Arsenal to the wonderland. So I would just say that the Arsenal team is great, it's good. Just that, I mean, these things are going to happen, and it's part of the long journey.
Okay, so that was it, and then we saw Arsenal falling short at Anfield, where the "You Never Walk Alone" guys triumphed with a solo goal or technical goal by Szoboszlai. So kindly subscribe to our channel, promote us, share our channel. Hit the notification button so anytime we come your way with any form of content, you'll be able to get direct message. Thank you, and then catch you some other time.